So once again, people, a very warm welcome to today's session, the first of Prodigy sessions, right? We have not done it in a long time now. So a very, very warm welcome to all of you guys out there. I hope all of you guys are doing fantastic, having a great time, chilling out with your friends. School has just started, right? 10th standard has just started. So you guys are still in your, in your chilling out mood. But today, we'll be starting off with the Prodigy for physics. Now, let me just tell you what we're going to be doing this year in Prodigy, right? So this year in physics, when it comes to physics in Prodigy, we'll be doing 4 chapters in total. We'll be doing light, human ion colorful world, electricity and magnetic effects of electric current. So these are the 4 chapters that we'll be covering throughout this year. Unfortunately, sources of energy has been removed from your syllabus, so you don't have to worry about that anymore. So a few topic is what you have. Even in magnetism also, there are a lot of topics which have been removed, like motors and generators and everything. So it's going to be quite a nice journey this year. Now, for all those who are wondering, sir, how do I cover all of this up? Don't worry, we are always going to be with you people. Every step of the way we'll be here. And it's not just for physics, it's going to be for all the subjects, chemistry, bio, social science, English. We're going to be there for everything and anything. So before we move ahead, I want all of you guys to kill that red button that you see on the bottom, the subscribe wala button. Hit that so that you guys will be notified of all the sessions and you can grow along with us throughout the year as we go through every single chapter, as we conquer everything that comes our way, right? So that's it, people. Let me introduce myself. My name is Anoop Manoharan. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Anoop Manoharan. I am a master teacher of physics here at Vedantu. I've been teaching for about 6 years now, 6 odd years I've been teaching now. And in my journey, I've had met a lot of beautiful students and I've helped a lot of my students score 90% and above. Now, for all those who are watching this session on YouTube, I want all of you guys to join this session on the platform because we're going to have a lot of quizzes in today's session, and to experience the fun, the beautiful platform that you have in front of your eyes, you need to actually get in there. So all you have to do is this, people, go to the description of this video. For all those who are watching it on YouTube especially, go to the description of this video. I'll just show you how do you basically get into this. I'll just quickly go to Vedantu 9th and 10th English. So what you will do is, guys, go to the description of this video. You will find it right there. You can see it. It's probably the first link.
Khushi.
Thank you. All right. So you can see the first one. If you click over here, click to join the session. That will direct you towards this, and you guys can actually take part in the session and do the quizzes and experience this amazing platform. Alright, so anyways, with that said, people, let's get into the session without wasting much more of your valuable time. Let's talk about light, the first chapter you have in your physics. Now, I don't want to start this chapter with all the boring details, properties of light, blah, blah, blah. Let's not get into that. Let's talk about history, right? Because all of us like history, isn't it, people? I mean, is there anyone here who does not like listening to stories or who does not like history as such? I mean, me, I'm a student of science, but I still like listening to stories because we're all like that. We've all been brought up in an era where stories are more interesting. So what I'm going to talk about is a story like that, a story of light. But in order to understand this, you need to first understand what is light. Like, how do you define light? Why do I have to study about light? And do I really need this in my life? I mean, is it something that that is going to get me a job? Is it going to change the life around you? Let's talk about all of that. Let's answer this question first. What is light? See, guys, according to physics, there are 2 definitions of light. One of which you've already studied in your lower grades. If I'm not wrong, can you please put it down in the chat box? According to you people, what is light? All those in the chat box, please put it down in the chat box, people. According to you guys, what is light? How would you define light? You've studied light in your lower grades, if I'm not wrong. In your 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, you've been studying about light. So according to you guys, from your experience, from whatever little experience you have, how would you guys define light? Let's go. Hi, Anshika, what's up? I'm good. How are you? Light is a form of energy which helps us to see things. Wow, Michelle ji, absolutely wonderful. It's a form of energy which gives us a sensation of vision. What an explanation, Sneha. Rosella says, which allows us to see things. Beautiful. Absolutely. This is one of the definitions of light that you've studied in your lower grades. That is, light is a form of energy that enables us or helps us to see things around us. You've already studied this. But there is another definition for light, which you have not studied yet, but you will in your higher grades. And that is that light is a form of electromagnetic wave. Now, I'm not going to get into too much details of it because it's too high level for you guys. But I'll just tell you in simple words that whatever little we have learned about light, that's not the end of the story. Because there's so much more that light can actually do. For example, light is the fastest thing that you know in nature, which has a speed of around 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. But did you guys also know that light can travel slower than this as well? At times, light can actually travel a lot more slower than this as well. It is the fastest thing in nature, but sometimes it can slow down. In fact, if you travel at the speed of light, according to Einstein's theory of relativity, it somehow stops even time. If you travel at the speed of 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second, according to Einstein's theory of relativity, again, we have never tried it out before, but if you were to travel at the speed of light, everything around you, even time, would stop. Even time would stand still. Did you guys know that light is something which is used to weigh stars, to actually measure stars? It is something, light is something which can be produced even through sound. Fascinating, isn't it, people? Because whatever things that we have learned about light, that's not the end of the story, because there's so much more to it. You would have probably studied one thing, that light always travels in a straight line, right? You've heard this before. Have you guys ever heard this before? That light always travels in a straight line. You've heard this, right? What if I tell you that that statement is not 100% true? Would you believe me? In the chat box now. Would you believe me if I tell you that light does not always travel in a straight line? Would you argue? Because you've studied this. You've been studying this from your 5th standard, that light travels in a straight line. You've probably done this experiment also, that you put a candle, you take a candle over here, you put a candle, and then you have 2 slits, you take 2 cardboard pieces, drill 2 slits in it, and you see that when you see through the hole, you'll be able to see the candle. You'll have done this experiment, which basically say that light travels in a straight line. But the fact is, guys, exactly, light can sometimes bend around corners. Light is very fascinating like that. Whatever we know about light, it's not even 50% of it. Because there's so much properties. There is so much to learn about light. Now, I can't assure you that we'll study everything in 10th standard. No, I'm not saying that. But whatever is possible, we'll try to do that. So are you guys ready for this journey, people? In the chat box, in YouTube also. Put it out in the chat box. Are you guys ready? Give me a oh yeah in the chat box quickly, people. Are you guys ready for this? Yeah, full joshed up. Do you guys want to know more about light? Let's go. I want to see the josh. I want to see the energy. I want to see that energy. Yes, that's the spirit, people. That's the spirit. All right. So with that said, guys, let's talk about this beautiful thing called as light. See, guys, when you talk about light, there are different sources of light. Let's start with the basic stuff. Different sources of light. You have already studied this in your lower grades. Things that can produce light naturally and things that produce light, in an artificial manner. Like, for example, a candle or a torchlight or a bulb. All of these are artificially producing light. They're converting one form of energy into light. Whereas sun, on the other hand, is a natural source of light, which basically is producing that light energy due to some due to some nuclear fission and fusion process. Now, when you talk about the properties of light, in 10th standard, we are only dealing with these 2 properties. One is the reflection of light and the other is refraction of light. So this chapter in itself is divided into two parts. Reflection of light, under which you're going to be studying about spherical mirrors. You'll be studying about mirrors, basically. Spherical mirrors is what you're going to be studying, and your plane mirror. Refraction, on the other hand, where you'll be studying about lenses, basically your concave and convex lenses. So this chapter is actually divided into two. But let me tell you one thing, guys. This chapter is by far one of the most important chapter, because according to your boards, if you think about just in terms of your boards, for all those who are studying or who are here only because you have, you want to score good in your board exam, let me tell you one thing. This chapter of light carries one of the highest marks in your board exam. It carries one of the highest marks in your board exam. But let me tell you one more interesting fact. If you study and understand reflection of light, that is about spherical mirrors, both concave and convex mirrors, you will easily be able to understand refraction of light. Getting it? So if you understand the first half of this chapter, you can literally do anything and everything in this chapter, be it refraction, be it reflection. You'll be able to understand everything and anything. From ray diagrams to numericals, you'll easily be able to solve everything if you understand the first part of the chapter. So it's very, very important to listen very carefully, as you're going to have a lot of questions from light in your board exams as well. If you're studying just for the sake of boards, this one's for you guys. So what is reflection and what is refraction? Let's talk about that also. Let's start with reflection. In simple words, guys, reflection is nothing but the bouncing of a ray of light from a surface. When light goes and hits a surface, the bouncing back of that light into the same medium is what is known as reflection. Now, you might be wondering, sir, can only mirrors reflect light? What do you think? Okay, in the chat box, do you think only mirrors can reflect light? Is that what it is? Like only mirrors and shiny surfaces can actually reflect light. Like nothing else can reflect light. Absolutely not. Let me give you a simple example. If I turn off all the lights in this room, would you guys be able to see me? Simple question. In the chat box, in YouTube also, in the chat box, people, put it on the chat box. If I were to turn off all the lights in this room, would you guys be able to see me? No way. Absolutely not. Why not? Because I am not a luminous object. I cannot produce light. But what I can do is reflect light. So what happens is, when I turn on the switch, when I turn on the light comes and falls onto my face, gets reflected, falls into the camera, and that's how you're able to see me. It's as simple as that. So light is something which can be reflected from pretty much any sort of surface. You're able to see the wall because of reflection. You're able to see this water bottle because of reflection. So it's not just shiny surface or mirror that can actually reflect light. In fact, any sort of object, as long as it is not made from Vanta black, which is basically a surface or a color which absorbs pretty much all sorts of light, or if it's not a black hole, it will be able to reflect light. But there is something special about mirrors, right? There is something very special about mirrors. Because here's the thing. Even though I reflect light, can you see the image? Now, what do I mean? What do I mean by that is, people, if I have a mirror, let me just show you a mirror. Now, I've clearly told you that a mirror can actually reflect light, right? I've clearly mentioned that a mirror like this can actually reflect light. This very clearly is a mirror. So I'm just going to enlarge my screen for 1 second to show you what I mean by this. All right. Now, this here, you are able to see the camera, right, people? Every one of you guys, you're able to see the camera. You can clearly see what's going on. You can see I can see my own reflection, my own image. I can see what's right in front of me. Everything's clearly visible, right? Now, this is also reflecting light. I am also reflecting light. But why is it that you can't see the camera on my face? Like, what is the reason for that? Have you guys ever wondered? I am also reflecting light. This is also reflecting light. But I can't see, you are not able to see the camera like you can see it on the mirror. Like, what is the reason for that? Have you ever wondered? Now, have you guys ever thought about this in your life at least once? Have you guys ever thought about this thing at least once in your life? At least once. For 5 seconds also. Have you guys ever thought about this? At least once in your life. Yes, sir? Oh, is it Michelle? All right. No, Swati? Never? Yep, Bhumi? All right. If you guys did think, what was the conclusion that you guys came to? What is the conclusion that you guys came to? If you thought about you, if you guys are saying that you have, what was the conclusion that you guys came to here? Nothing? No? No conclusion at all. You just thought about it, then let it go, sir. That's all. My thought is like that, sir. 5 minutes I'll think and then I'll let it go. Nothing. Exactly, guys. Exactly. Well done. Very well said, Michelle. The thing is, guys, a mirror is a very smooth and polished surface. So what happens is, when light falls on a mirror, let's say there are 3 rays of light coming and falling on a mirror. Now what happens on the surface of mirror is that after reflection also, these rays of light will be parallel to each other. This is what is called as a regular reflection. And when you have a very smooth and polished surface like a mirror, you would actually be able to see the image on that mirror. But my face, this wall, all of these are irregular surfaces. It's not a polished surface, right? So what happens is when light comes and falls on it, what tends to happen is that light tends to reflect at different angles, because of which you're not able to see the image. Now, the fact is, guys, our forefathers, our forefathers had actually thought about this very long ago. Because if you go back in history, this whole class is about history, right? If you go back into history, right, you can find several types of mirror all spread across the world. In fact, one of the most advanced civilization during that time, the Egyptian civilization, had mirrors that looked like this. Now, the fact is, at that time, we didn't have the technology like we do right now. Now, this mirror is probably machine cut. If you look at the edges of this particular mirror, it's properly cut. It doesn't look like someone tried to polish it or try to do something with it. It is very precise. But back then, even without any machineries, these people had figured out that if I have a polished surface, I can see myself, and they've actually started producing mirrors in that sense. In fact, one of the oldest mirror that we have was actually made from obsidian, which is actually a type of volcanic glass. So it's it's a type of rock. Now, this is actually something which you can see from a very long time ago. Now, what you have to understand is this. You might think that mirrors are very fascinating, it's something brand new. But the fact is that we've been dealing with mirrors for a very long time. And I'm talking about BC, about thousands and hundreds and years ago. People were still using mirrors back then. In fact, if you go to Kerala, there's this one thing called as Arammula Kannadi. Arammula Kannadi is basic. Kannadi means mirror, alright? Arammula is basically a place. Now, this particular mirror is so old and so fascinating, because here's the thing, guys. Now, if you look at this mirror, I'm just going to enlarge my screen one more time. If you look at this particular mirror that you see in front of you, I don't know if you can notice, there is a clear, if you look at the edges, you can see that it's a little raised. Can you guys notice that? It's a little raised. You can see some sort, you can actually, figure out that there is some sort of silvering at the back. There is some thickness given to it, right? There's some sort of thickness. You can actually see that it's a glass behind which you have silvered. It's very evident here. But this mirror, this Arammula Kannadi that you see over here, is actually not like that at all. You can actually, if you notice, if you were to see this mirror, it eliminates all sort of secondary reflection that you see. Like in this kind of mirror, you can see some sort of reflection. There is some sort of, at the edges especially, you can see something. But in this particular mirror, even that is not seen. Now, I want all of you guys to sit for a second and think about it. Again, without any technology, without any sort of machineries, with hand and skill, people were actually able to make mirrors that are still fascinating even today. That's how history is. Now, let's answer the most important question. Sir, why do I need to study this? How many of you guys are asking this question? Honestly, tell me in the chat box. Now, how many of you guys are asking this question to yourself? Sir, why do I need to study this? Yes, people have done fascinating things. Good for them. मैं क्यों पढ़ूं? Why do I have to study all this? How many of you guys are honestly, okay, forget about board exams for a second. Forget about board exams for a second. How many of you guys are wondering, sir, why do I need to study all this? Why do I need to study all this? Let me ask you that. Let me answer that question to you. See, guys, even though you're, reluctant at this point of time, let me tell you one thing. How many of you guys know about COVID-19 here? How many of you guys know about COVID-19? Have you guys heard about this disease called as COVID-19? Yeah, you've heard about this? Oh, yeah. Personally, 3-time winner. 3-time I've had, this beautiful disease, not disease, my best friend called as COVID-19, right? Now, what I'm trying to say is this, people. Imagine figuring out COVID-19, that it is a virus, without a microscope. Would you be able to do it? Can you see COVID-19? Can you see the virus? No, you can't. Okay, now you guys have heard about the Mangalyaan mission. You've heard about the Mangalyaan mission. We are very proud of it. We claim that, we have made it happen in less than a fraction of what US have done. Now, imagine sending a rover into space. Imagine sending a satellite into space, but with no purpose. Now, you are sending the Mangalyaan mission was sent to see if Mars is habitable or not. Imagine that without cameras. Would there be any sense in sending millions or billions of dollars into it? No, it doesn't make sense at all. No use of it at all. There's no point in it. Okay, let me ask you one more question. How many of you guys take pictures, selfies every day? How many of you guys are here who takes at least 5 to 6 selfies? I'm pretty sure at least there'll be one person who's like, sir, at least 5 to 6 though is minimal. Meera, yeah? Not some of you guys might not. I am very horrible at this, so I don't do it at all. But yeah, some of you guys do, right? Imagine photos without lenses. Can you think of it? Can you think of a life without lenses now? Cameras, can you think of it? Now, all of that is possible because of this, guys. All of it is possible because of this. Because of mirrors and lenses. That is why it is important to study this. When you watch Sherlock Holmes, you'd have probably seen Sherlock Holmes walking around with one of these, right? He sits in every corner. Have you guys ever watched these detective movies like Boomkesh Bakshi or Sherlock Holmes and all that? You probably would have seen them walking around with a microscope, magnifying glass. Now, what I'm trying to say is this, people. Our life is so much impacted by this that you literally can't imagine a life without all of this. You might be wondering, sir, am I studying it just for the sake of my exams? The answer is absolutely not. Because there is so much around you, whether you want to accept it or not, is actually dependent on this. From the first ever telescope, to the microscope, to the glasses that you use to read, because some of us have vision problem, to the glasses that we use to read, to the mirrors that you shave and, admire yourself in. In all of these, without the understanding of mirrors and lenses, it wouldn't have been possible. So let me ask you this question one more time, people. I asked you this question in the start. Like, do you still feel like there's no need for this chapter in your 10th standard? Do you still have this feeling? Sir, I don't need to study this anymore. This is the importance of light, guys. Understanding this is the importance of light. Because every day we are inventing something new. Every day we are trying out new stuff. And if it wasn't for the basic understanding of reflection, refraction, trust me, none of this would have been possible. Right now, as I speak, the world's biggest telescope is being made. It's called as the James Webb Telescope. The whole thing is made up of mirrors. Now imagine if we did not know what mirror is, how light reacts, would we be able to understand where life began from? Because that whole telescope is made to see where life started. How did the Big Bang happen? All of this, what is beyond us? Now, if you're someone who's fascinated about all of this, then understanding this is very, very important. As simple as this. So yeah, people, that is the importance of light. I hope you guys were able to understand why light is so very important. Now, I'm going to do a very simple thing. I'm going to stop this lecture and I'm going to start with some quizzes. So people, are you guys ready? Ready for this? Quizzes? Yeah. Let's take some quizzes and see how many of you guys know your basic concepts of light, people. Now, whoever's watching this session on YouTube, I want you guys to please join the platform. So please go to the link in the description and join this so that you can take part in the quiz, all right? So what you have to do is go to the description of this video, click on this link that you see, click here to join the session. All you have to do is click on that link. It will directly take you to the web page and you would you will be able to take part in the quiz rather than just watching it from YouTube. All right. Okay. So with that said, let's go on to the hi Chitra. What's up now? First question for today, people, on your screens. Here it is. Objects that do not give out or emit light of their own are called as what? Options are luminous object, non-luminous objects, opaque objects, or translucent objects. What are objects that do not give out or emit light known as? Like called as luminous, non-luminous, opaque, or translucent. I'm going to start the quiz in 10 seconds. Go ahead and answer this one, people. Go ahead and answer this. Your time starts in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Come on. Quickly. Jaldi karo, jaldi. What are objects that do not emit their own light known as? Let's go. 15 seconds. My God, every one of you guys have already answered. 100%. Beautiful, guys. I'm winning the quiz right now. Bhumi on the top, Sneha in the second. Now Shrivarat on the third, Michelle on the fourth, Vedant on the sixth, Ekta on the sixth position. Unfortunately, Ekta chose a different answer. It's all right, Ekta, no worries. Arpana followed by Arohi, followed by Pammi and Sarvesh as well. Fabulous job. They're fabulous looking fastest fingers list. Overall percentage 70%. My God, people. First quiz question 70%. Fabulous. Absolutely correct. The right answer is option number B, which is non-luminous object. Object that produce their own light is called as luminous object. Object that do not let light to enter through them are called as opaque object. Like for example, me, when I'm sitting over here, you can't see what's behind me because I'm an opaque object. I'm not letting light through me to pass it through me. So that is what is called as opaque object. Translucent object are basically object that allow partial light to pass through them. So it does not allow all the light, partial light is allowed to pass through them. Those are known as translucent object. Next question, people. Here's another one. A mirror is an example of what? Transparent object, opaque object, translucent object, or none of these? A fabulous question. Let's see how many of you guys can make this right or give the right answer for this. Transparent, opaque, translucent, or none of these. When you talk about a mirror, what sort of object would this come under? What sort of category of object does it come under? I'm going to start the quiz in 3, 2, 1. Let's go, people. Let's go again. Transparent, opaque, translucent, or none of these? Hi Kushalji, what's up? Hi Chandra, hi Sharika, what's up? How are you doing? Welcome. So what's the difference between mirrors and lenses? Mirrors are objects which reflect light. Lenses, on the other hand, are objects which refracts light. So if you talk about the actual definition, lens is nothing but a transparent object which has at least one curved surface. That's what a lens is. It's a transparent object, which means it allows all the light to pass through them. Like in this case, no, it's allowing all the light. You can clearly see through the object. That's called as a transparent object. A translucent is one which allows partial light. A mirror, on the other hand, comes under the category of opaque object, because once I hold the mirror right, like if I were to hold this mirror right in front of me, right in front of the camera, you can't see what's behind the mirror. You're not able to see my face anymore once I place it in the right position, because it does not allow light to pass through it. It reflects all the light that falls on it. So that's why it's called as an opaque object. A mirror is something which comes under opaque objects because it does not allow the light to pass through it. So Sneha, Michelle, Ekta, Aditya, Arpana, Jashvi, and Sarvesh, fabulous job. Unfortunately, Bhumi, Navshrirat, and Arohi, Little mistake, tiny, teeny mistake, but 61% of the class. That is actually not a bad percentage, people. Absolutely well done. 16, 11, and 11 respectively, but 61% of the class. Super awesome, and super awesome. It is an opaque object. A lens is a transparent object. Like in this case, you see this, you can clearly see what's happening behind. It's a transparent object. A mirror, on the other hand, is a it's a opaque object which does not allow light to pass through it at all. Third question, people, here is another one. Okay, now, let me tell you one thing. This is a question based on what you studied in your lower grades. All right. So when you're answering this, I want all of you guys to think in that sense. All right. Not what I just talked about today, but think about what you had learned in your lower grades and tell me, light travels in a curved line, straight line, a random way, or a zigzag line. Think about it for 1 second and tell me, light travels in which of these ways? A curved line, a straight line, a random line, or a zigzag line? All right, I'll start the question in 30 seconds. All those people who are watching it in the on the platform, on the YouTube platform right now, please type it out in the chat box. I'll start the quiz in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Sure, Deepshika. Hi, Niveda. What's up? How you doing? Katayanji. What's up? Hi, Priya. What's up? How you doing? Hi, Anna. What's straight line? Sure. Tanya ji, pakka. All right. Interesting answers and all I'm getting. Whoa, my God, people. Bhumi, Arohi, Meera, Aditya, Ekta, Aparna, Nav Shreerath, Sneha, Michelle, and Swati Meena. Fabulous job, people. Fabulous job. That is just super califragilistic. Let there be light. Fabulous job, guys. Fabulous job there. Can we have a big round of applause for yourself? Because that is simply amazing, guys. 100%. Ki baat hai, people, ki baat hai. Well done. Can we repeat it one more time? What do you guys think? No? One more 100%. Can we do it? Yeah, all the people watching it. One more time. 100%. One last time. Can I? One last time. Let's do it. All right, one last question. I believe, that is the last question. And see if we can repeat this 100% one more time. The question is, image formed by a plane mirror is inverted, erect but laterally inverted, or none of these? I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys might go wrong in this because you don't remember what you learned in lower grades. If you remember, guys, in your 8th standard, you had studied about plane mirrors. You had studied about it, but it was a year ago. It was about a year and a half ago. So I'm pretty sure some of you guys would have forgotten it by now. But try your best, though. Try your very best. Don't use it as a reason to get out of it. Try your very best. The question is, image formed by a plane mirror is inverted, erect, inverted, but laterally inverted. None of these. I'll start the quiz in 30 seconds. Let's go. Shabriya, pakka. All right, hi Nancy, what's up? I'll start the quiz in 3, 2, 1. Let's go, people. The last question for today. Let's end it with a bang. Image formed by a plane mirror is inverted, erect, but laterally inverted, or none of these. 20 seconds. Go ahead, people. 20 seconds. Go ahead. 10 more seconds. Sure, Michelle. Sanjeev, Michelle ji in both platforms, this also. Tanya ji, Vakka, Mafia Gaming. Sanjeev C. Alright, let's see. Bhumi, Nav Shreerath, then we have Sneha, Meera, Devesh, Michelle, Ekta, Aditya, Sakina, and Swati Meena. Fantastic. Unfortunately, Meera and Devesh got the wrong answer, but overall percentage is 73. Fabulous job again, people. Not 100 though, but still a really good job. Yes, the right answer to that question is option number C. Why? Because, people, when you're standing in front of a plane mirror, if you're standing like this, the image will also be like this. It is not going to be upside down, right? Your head is not going to be in the place of your leg. Leg will not be in the place of your head. If this is the object, this is the image formed by the object, it will be exactly like this. It is not going to be upside down. That is what is meant by an erect image. It is going to be upright. And also one more thing about plane mirror is that when you raise your left hand, when you take your right hand and hold your right ear, it looks like you're holding your left ear. Yes or no, people? Especially in front of a plane mirror, when you hold your right ear, it looks like you're holding your left ear. When you hold your left ear, it looks like you're holding your right ear. That is what is meant by lateral inversion. Left looks like your right and right looks like your left. That is what is meant by lateral inversion or lateral inversion. And that's exactly what happens in the case of a plane mirror. Alright guys, and that, my friends, is the final question, but we are not done yet because I also have a homework question for you people. And the best part about this homework question is, people, whoever gives the right answer for this homework question in the chat box, in the comment section of today's video, will be getting a chance for something very exciting. And I mean it this time, people. There is something super exciting happening on the channel from now on. So put it down in the chat box. Whoever puts it on the fastest will get something exciting. The question is, where is the oldest mirror in the world? Put it down in the comment section. We'll see who gets it down the fastest. And whoever gets it down the fastest have something super awesome waiting for you guys. All right. So put it out in the comment section. Which is the oldest mirror in the world? Now, with that said, people, let me tell you one more very important thing. If you guys are here for the very first time and you enjoyed the session, do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And with that said, people, if you guys want more such sessions, and want to have fun along with your learning, you guys can actually enroll into the Vedantu's Pro courses, which gives you a lot of opportunity to not only enjoy your process of learning, but along with it, learn the concept at a very, 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 very low price. Because the launch price of the Pro Lite course, which is named as AI Live, is going to be just 4,500 rupees, where you have more than 400 hours of teaching with complete syllabus coverage of physics, chemistry, bio, math, English, social science. All 6 subjects are going to be covered with that study material and test series, everything for the whole entire year for just 4,500. It is going to be less. It's going to be around 200 rupees to 300 rupees per month. For the whole year, you're going to be getting the course price for just 4,500 rupees. Top teachers, live doubt solving with the help of the class teachers, leaderboards and quizzes for every single session, and test series with the solutions. The batch is going to be starting from 23rd of May, so you have enough time, and it's going to be taught in English for the whole academic year for just 4,500 rupees. If you click on buy course, you can actually put in my coupon code AMEPRO. It's actually 5,000 rupees, but if you use my coupon code AMEPRO, you'll actually get a 500 rupees discount on that 5,000 rupees, and you will get the course at just 4,500 rupees. Now, if you have MobiKwik or other Amazon Pay and all that, you can pay it through that and avail more discounts through that as well. But yes, all in all, people, you have an amazing platform over here where you can get your doubts cleared, learn the entire syllabus or everything all in one place. Right? So with that said, people, let's go on to see the leaderboard, right? Nobody wants to see the leaderboard. What happened? Nobody's asking for the leaderboard. Do you guys want to see the leaderboard, or let's end the session right here? No need of leaderboard, no, that's all. Sir, why leaderboard? We are all winners. We don't need leaderboards and all. No need, no. Yeah, that's the spirit. Amazing. 100, pakka. We're all winners. No, we're all winners. Let's be diplomatic. Anyways, so here is the final leaderboard for the day, people. Can we have a big round of applause for all these winners? Snehaji, fabulous job. Super amazing. Second is Bhumi and Michelle. It's fantastic, people. Fantastic. Third is Aparna. Fourth is Navshirath. Fourth is Navshirath, Aditya and Sarvesh. Fifth is Ekta and Jashvi. Sixth is Meera and Rosanna. Then we have Swati Meena, Arohi, Pami and Devesh. Fabulous job, people. Fabulous job. Super amazing for all. All of you guys have done really, really well. So that's all from my side, guys. That is all from my side. Again, I'm telling you right now, this is the launch price for 5,000 rupees for the entire year. Now, the price of this might go up once the launch phase is done. So probably from next month onwards, you would actually be getting a higher price for this because the demand is very, very high. Now, if you guys are still confused and you want to know more about it, you can probably see a description. You can see a scroll, text at the bottom. So all you have to do is there's a WhatsApp number given over there. So you can actually send a message to this WhatsApp number that you see over here, 89511833703. Enter your name. My name is so-and-so. I am in so-and-so grade. You're in 10th standard right now. And I want to join the family of 10th standard. And I'm texting this after watching Anoop Sir's session. All you have to do is send a text. They will talk to your parents and you and tell you guys what exactly is ProLite, what are you getting from ProLite, so you get a clear understanding of what it is, why is the price so low, and what are you getting out of this ProLite sessions. All right, so the choice is yours, but I would say don't delay it because later on it's going to get more, it's only going to become more. Why would you want to pay more for the same thing that you're getting for a lot less right now? And 4,500 is a very, very affordable price. And that too for the entire year. We're talking about the entire year, not for a month, not for 2 months, not for 3 months, for the whole 12 months until your exam is done. All right. All right, guys, that's all from my side. Thank you for joining today's session. I hope you had a fabulous time. Did you guys enjoy today's session? People, let me know. Yes or no? Okay, wait. Let me ask you this question. Do you guys enjoy today's session? Yeah. All good. All right then. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Have a fabulous night. And peace out. Stay safe. Bye-bye, guys. See you all. All right. I'll see you all in the next session. Until the next time we meet, stay safe. Stay hungry for more knowledge. I'll catch you guys later. Bye-bye. See you all. Peace. See you all. Take care. All right. Bye-bye.